the story behind the song Kid Hollywood. Behind the music with the Golden Ponies.
Song from the Golden Ponies from May. It's about a year old. I wrote it with a fella named Jerry Hughes that I met online. In the midst of COVID, I joined a little songwriting group run by a guy named Brent Baxter. And he has a thing called Co-Writer Cafe, and I met a guy named Jerry Hughes, and we hit it off. He sent me a rough version of this lyric, and we kind of ironed it out over, 2 or 3 weeks. I played some guitar, and it just turned into like really my first 80s song I've ever written. When we got into the studio, Charlie Chaps, aka Nathan Shoemaker, was a big fan of the 80s, and he took the song and he just went crazy with it. We ended up getting Trucker Dude to do the vocals, and it just went from there. And so you'll see the video on May 1st, and it's a departure for the Ponies, and we're going to keep departing. So in future videos, we might have some 90s stuff. We might do some just weird rock stuff. You'll never know. So stay tuned. All right, so we have Trucker Dude. No.
Okay. So
Cut.
Okay, yeah, get a good cut of meat. Knutz's Meats. We're there for you. We like to cut.
So we have El Bolo and Mark Piker here talking about the Golden Ponies song from May, Kid Hollywood. It's a weird one for us. It's an 80s song. We were in the studio one day and there was a bolt of lightning. We were shot back to the 80s. It was 1987 and we couldn't think of anything to do. So we hopped in the Pinto and we drove down to the Clearwater Cinemas and watched The Lost Boys and came up with the idea for this song. So this is kind of an homage to actors like Corey Haim and Corey Feldman and some of the young teens who kind of fell into the trap of Hollywood and never really made it out.
Don't forget Ralph Macchio. You gotta have Ralph Macchio. They've come back. Cobra
he's
Kai.
successful, yeah. Ralph Macchio. I mean, he didn't really fall into the trap. I think he's okay.
Karate here, not here. Yeah.
But like the Different Strokes kids and Chachi in Charge and some of those kids just went off the rails.
So I had absolutely nothing to do with this song sonically. It is the brainchild of Nathan Shoemaker with all the cool 80s synths and then my brother on vocals. It's kind of cool to hear the story behind the music. We wanted to upload this video so you could kind of get an idea about who wrote it and where we go stylistically as the Neon Ponies.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's more weird stuff to come. The song for June, Caleb wrote. It's amazing. He's had a version of it recorded in Nashville, and it's gonna blow your socks off. So
I'm super excited to put that out. Every time we record it at Nathan's, he gives it a different name. Close to You, Hold Me Close. It's actually called Hold You Close. But I'm super stoked about it. Going to Nashville and checking out all the musicians and writers. It's really inspiring, and we want to thank you so much for watching this episode of Behind the Music with the Golden Ponies.
that's right.
And it will be available on cassette tape.
This has been a presentation of Behind the Music with the Golden Ponies.